In the last video, I drove all the way across the country after I stole the engine out of my grandma's car just to figure out that the engine needed completely rebuilt. So that's exactly what we're gonna be doing in this video, cleaning this engine up and getting it ready to go in this insanely clean S13, which is our current giveaway car, live right now with 50 times entries on motionontv.com. We got a ton of stuff to do. Let's get right into it. So JP got the engine disassembled over here. So what did you find?
So whoever did this did a nice job at grooving the main bearings. On the later model SR20s, you have what is called a 5-hole main bearing, and it feeds the bearing through a channel on the bottom. These rear-wheel drive ones usually don't have them, so whoever built this block went in there with a CNC, grooved every single main so they could be fed to the 5-hole main bearings.
That's sick.
It's a big upgrade.
And you said the sleeving and everything is really good?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like it was done a very nice job.
So what do you think happened? Something just got stuck in the...
Yeah, that could be that or the tune, and like you said, could have been the valves and stuff, and then once they had that happen, they kind of lost motivation.
And then you said these are an I-beam rod.
Yep, this is a very fancy, strong I-beam rod, mainly rods most likely.
And how do the pistons look?
Pistons look pretty good. Not as bad as I thought they would be.
So something maybe just got, maybe some, I don't know.
Yeah, or it could have been before, and then they put these pistons after. So that's what I'm thinking, because there's literally no visible damage on these. We still have to mic them up to make sure that they're the right size, but for the damage on that sleeve, like I would have expected a piston to be pretty gouged up. But this is a nice, super nice piston rod combo. This is some high horsepower stuff.
Yeah.
They were doing it right, you know?
That's good. So
crankshaft looks great. The bearings look great. You can see.
So yeah,
a little bit of debris got in there, but that's fine.
Yeah. So we're kind of good.
Yeah.
Into a lot of
looking pretty good.
Yeah. So we basically ordered a set of pistons. We'll just have to rebore that cylinder and then figure out what's up with the degreeing of cams and all the other stuff, and
yeah,
hopefully go from there. Another concern that we had was maybe bent valves.
This one's got a pretty good run up. We still got to grind the face afterwards, but that's a good valve, so we'll check every single one of them.
So I went ahead and I ordered a set of 88mm pistons because the bore was 77 or 87, so we should have enough within a mil, right, to clean that up.
Right. This one is a little bit. This one's bent.
Should bent too, huh?
It's pretty, right? So one of the steps we do that like we're doing right now to Trevor's is we sandblast and then vapor blast all the blocks. It gives it like a brand new look. Normal machine shop, you get your engine back, it looks all old still. And if you're restoring a car, my nose is so itchy, the allergies here are killing me. If you're restoring a car, you know, you're zinking everything, you're doing all that, you don't want a shitty looking block. So with Trevor's, sandblast, vapor blast, and it looks like the day it came off whatever floor that it came off of. Well, here's his block, and this is what they look like before. I don't know if the camera really shows. It's like a chalky, and this is actually cleaner than most of them, right, Travis?
Yeah, this one's pretty cool.
Usually they don't look like that. They look like 30 years of age, you know?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That.
So like this.
Actually, I don't know what that looks. What does that look like?
So this is like the 400R engine that we refreshed. Everything was vapor blasted, sandblasted. The blocks we don't really do because these are iron, but we do repaint them. This is what you want to see in your nice, pretty painted engine.
So what? 24U.
That's an N1 block. So it's got a higher nickel content.
05U.
It's in every GTR's an 05U. N1s and NERS had 24Us, and then you could buy a 24U. And then there's the triple R block, which was in the Z-Tune and the...
So just different
metallurgy, different, different process that just makes it stronger because there's some weak spots in it, and the 24U is stronger. I don't want to say it's not. I don't want to do the quotes to make you think I don't believe it is. Just, you know, PRP's done some testing that was flawed, I'd say. People done some testing that it's really hard to test. We have good luck with 24Us, but that block's 10 grand. So we have like one 24U and 4 05Us brand new. But yeah, so sandblast, vapor blast, your block, Trev.
Nice and warm, huh?
Before we start,
So we're actually doing new valve guides in this thing, and then you can see how bad the deck is on this thing. That's going to be decked right after that.
they changed the valve guides on the exhaust. This is called a quick wiggle test to see how loose the valve guides are. That one's not too bad, right?
Oh, wow.
You see that?
That's crazy.
So that movement right there is your valve moving side to side at thousands and thousands of RPM.
Yeah.
So that's way out of spec. So we have to replace all the new valve guides now.
This is what an SR should look like. HGS 2.2, HGS turbo kit, top mount, all cast. What do you think of that cast manifold?
That's
Very big cast guy. Real nice
it's
packaging.
It's weird that like the downpipe has like this weird like coating that makes it feel cast.
Oh, I did that. Jaha.
Okay.
It's all Jaha coated.
So that was you.
Ready intake manifold. That's not stuck yet. Everything's been vapor blasted or painted or zinc plated. This is cool. We're gonna redo all these lines. These come with the kit. Don't really love it.
That's interesting that they do that.
They give you some like heat sleeving stuff. We're just checking it out. I'm gonna do a hard line out into here direct. I'll probably do like, I'd like to do a hard line that like attaches to something and then turn soft.
Yeah.
You know, for the last 6 inches.
I'd love a hard line on that.
Yeah, we'll do a hard line. Like all we have to do is come out of here and go to the back side. So it's like, it can kind of follow. I'd like to go up, over here, hit this bolt, and then end it there. You know, that kit is so good. But yeah, this is
nice. And this is going in the
S15. So this will do like probably close to 500 wheel.
What do you think of the giveaway car? How's it gonna turn out?
I love it because I kind of did it.
You kind of did some.
No, I love that car. If you didn't want it, I was gonna just probably thrash it and ruin it. Because what else would I do? I'm glad it's gonna go to a new home because sitting outside wasn't it.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, you need this, and they're like, I'll just drive this about it, you know?
Or the 33, or maybe you'll finish the 32.
This will be done for, well, this will be done soon.
All right, well, you guys are getting ready to do some crazy stuff on the dyno again today. And then we got my car over here.
We're gonna get dyno dust on your car.
Dyno dust, which is all right. So since everything is in the machine shop, we're still gonna...
Radiator you can put in, because take the subframe off, go bolt it to the bottom end once it's ready.
Some lines,
Get some
the
lines.
booster. So that's gonna be what we're working on today while they're kind of playing around over here. But we gotta go find some parts.
Shopping.
Let's go shopping.
I have some stuff. I got the intercooler, Gretty exhaust. I wanted to try one of these. They're a good, like, inexpensive exhaust, and they're updated. HKS hasn't really changed their exhaust. This is like a new one that I think Gretty just dropped. And the HKS S13 stuff, I don't think they see much value in that chassis anymore, so they're not going to develop a ton of new stuff. Let's see the tip. That's all that matters.
All right, what do you think of the tip? Is that an all right tip? It's big.
Yeah, I mean, seems fine.
Yeah, that
Looks decent. Hopefully it's like the right amount of quiet and the right amount of loud.
Yeah, and then I'll just make a
Just
piece
a little.
to that.
And then you got the intercooler. We won't pull that down, but that's just the same one I ran on the 180 that I did.
So I went back. So Tommy did a giveaway on an actual 180 that he did the full Type X kit on it
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and it was red, had bronze TEs.
Literally they're like the same car. I tried to copy and just make a left-hand drive version.
And so I went back and I was watching that video, and as soon as I seen the bronze TEs on it, I was like, okay, bronze Graham lights. We'll get that
I did
going.
a double staggered. So I had 18 rear, 17 front, which is the S chassis move. Put these on it.
F-150?
F-150.
Were these on your F-150 a long time ago? And they just been kicking around, huh?
Yeah.
For sale.
For sale.
Okay. Alright, so we just got a delivery from FedEx. Check this out. Overnight pistons from California. JP, hello. Hey, what's up? Oh, pistons, fresh pistons. Fresh pistons. So we got pistons, and I got a rear main seal.
Perfect.
So,
Awesome.
where do you want me to set these fellas?
You can put them by the hone over there.
Yeah.
We'll be ready to put the short block in there soon.
I want it to look. There we go. Brand new pistons. It's crazy because it already had. It literally was like a fresh build with brand new pistons in it, but they were just, you know, a couple of things were done wrong. It's just, again, I'm so thankful that we did this here, because like at home, trying to figure out all this stuff, looking at this stuff, like by myself, obviously without the full resources of this insane machine shop, like at your fingertips, is insane, crazy. Cool to be here.
So after doing the valve guides, redoing the valve job, fixing the bent valves, this thing's gonna be night and day compared how it came in before. We're here to make this perfect, as perfect as we can.
What do you fucking want? Said something about your crop top shirt.
Oh, you're cool. What about your too tight of a neck shirt?
I like them like this. I don't like when the shirt starts to stretch and does.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that tight neck.
Turtleneck, baby.
Big neck.
Turtleneck.
It's to prepare for the Tommy headbutt. I'd never want to get headbutted with that.
You don't want that, motherfucker.
I wouldn't want that at all.
I'm not fucking. There's a spot
Point.
right here.
Right here.
Right there. One in the face, they're done.
Boom!
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta grab
Trevor,
the
how
shirt,
much?
drive
How
your
much
head right
money
in.
for him to be able to headbutt you?
No.
Oh, you're not recovering from a hard headbutt. I don't mean like anyone does it. Have you ever been headbutted by one of your kids?
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Like in the middle of the night or
Brutal.
You think if I headbutt you, you'd be like fucked up?
It'd be just enough motivation to murder you. Rage
Blink
out
2
me.
times if you need help. See? I can't turn my back to this fucking guy. You guys ever have a dream and you wake up and it's like your alarm making the noise or whatever? I had a dream I was getting stabbed in the neck by a gargoyle, and I opened my eyes and it was Tommy with a blade.
You staying for a while?
I can't say too long.
Oh yeah, check out that fresh coat.
Oh?
Trim black.
You painted your shoes?
Yeah.
No fucking way. Why?
They had a little bit of primer on them. They were getting a little dusty.
He says he does it like once a month.
How much are those shoes?
They were like 300 with the insole. No,
You got a
they're-
prescription
they're-
for them
they're-
bitches?
They're Red Wings. I've literally had these shoes for almost 5 years, and I wear them almost every day.
And trim
they're-
black.
I spend 40 bucks on these. I replace them
You
twice
guys
a
would
month.
think Tommy
You would think
skates
I'm
goofy?
switch or I'm goofy, but
You just skate switch.
this case switch.
All right, so there's a lot of things going on in the shop today. They're working on my engine over there in the machine shop, and then Tommy,
What do you want to do?
we're gonna go find some parts.
Yo, your shirt looks like Marlboro. Smoking them cigarettes.
A little couple of
You ever
cigarettes.
smoke a cigarette?
Hey, how's that thing doing? Right?
Looks cool, right?
It does look right. How old is that intercooler piping? Older than me?
Which one? The one you put on?
Yeah,
That was from my first 30, but that car's first setup. So like, I had like a 2.6 with a step 1 DKM and twins. I just had it stored, and now I found a use for it. This car's just like bolt on it, like basic bitch shit. But yeah, so what do you need?
All right, you ready? Here we go. Look at this. We need a gas door release cable. Lug nuts, don't worry about R33.
What do you mean it needs a gas release? Is it not in the trunk?
I don't know. R33 front calipers. Don't mind.
Where the fuck are the people from in here?
Don't mind. Hey, look at this. That's me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's me.
Big 4-cylinder guy.
You need a hand? What the hell did you do to this thing?
What did I do? What did I do to it?
Bust,
No,
bust
seriously.
through it. Bust
Get a
through
pair
it.
of pliers.
What'd you do?
What is it? Does it need a twist?
Come on! I just tried. It hurt my whole body.
Who did that?
Maddox.
You're gonna hurt yourself,
Dude, I just had it. Don't do it like that. Don't do that new stuff. Go back to doing that other stuff. Get out of my way. I would start in that bin if I were you.
Okay.
What else? What else on the list?
Drive shaft.
So there's no way to identify that unless you take all my drive shafts and start measuring them. That's why I told you put the engine in the car and then just put one in.
Yeah, Maddox, is there any drive shafts over there?
Yeah, there's quite a few.
It's like 40.
Okay, so I get a look in here.
I look in there. Actually, I see some brakes right there.
Stuff over there too.
Brakes?
Oh yeah, there's a box over here. I walked by it yesterday.
Okay. So you just bothered me for no reason today. Is that fair to say?
No. No, I'm just making sure it's, you know,
Okay,
the right
so
stuff.
brakes, you know where to look. Drive shaft, you know where to look. What else did you want?
Engine mounts, the rubber isolators.
That's annoying.
I can get him those in 2 seconds.
Those are expensive.
No, they're OEM and they're used.
They don't make them anymore.
Really?
Nismo. Big money.
Right up by the plastic.
That's in the car.
Windshield wipers.
Arms or blades?
Arms. I have blades.
We have arms out there, powder coated.
All right. So now that we have established some parts and we got permission to use them, right?
Yeah, sort of.
We can't.
You're gonna grab something.
It really
and be
depends.
like, I didn't say that.
I didn't say don't touch that one. All right. So we got the block. This thing looks immaculate. It looks so sick. Look at that. The bores, the sleeves, the stuff. The head looks good. And then now you have everything laid out. So my original crankshaft, right? Yep. No issues. Original rods, beautiful. Mains, you guys got new bearings, got all the other stuff. You did piston rings. Have you done the
gapping?
Gap?
Yep. I mean, these are drop-in, so like they're right there.
Okay. Did you guys deck the block too?
Yeah, we had to.
Look at that.
Yeah.
This shit's beautiful, Trevor.
That's insane.
I'm glad I did. But it was like low all the way around the
Dang.
outside. These two were a little high. These two were a little low. And then the whole front cover, someone just sanded it by hand. So we matched all that perfectly, so we're not gonna have any leaks.
Wow, that's sick. Thank you.
Yeah.
Killing it.
All right, cool. So we're gonna start the assembly process of getting this thing ready to rip, and then soon we should be able to get her all back together and stick it in the car. Go from there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. With the right.
What do you want
Let me see that one.
Bend over.
Look at that. 4
to do? I'm gonna help Trevor with anything he needs because he's a good guy and he's gonna help me. Right, Trev?
Yeah.
Right, Trev?
We're gonna run out of time to help him. I don't know if we have enough time to help you.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call from.
Watch out.
What's up?
Where is the keys to the truck?
Got all the squirters in.
Looks good, Trev.
All right, so just like that, the bottom end is assembled and looking really good. All right, so JP is getting the cylinder head all set up, ready to throw the valve springs retainers. We got brand new, intake valves?
Intake valve.
Valves are okay?
We ground the exhaust valves, reconditioned them, and then we did new valve guides and stuff, so everything's spot on. Valve job done to it, so everything's true, everything's tight, you know how it should be. Should make some power, hook some compression, and make some jam.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's crazy because when you first looked at this engine at first, like he was like, oh, it's not sleeved because it was like so dirty and grimy from them running like the disc on it. But it's just so cool to see how legit everything is like actually cleaned up. They decked the front cover when it was on there, so we won't have any interference issues with that.
Yep.
And obviously getting the valve guides all like actually set. The valves aren't going to be rattling and losing pressure and all the other stuff when we're hitting boost in this thing. And technically with an 88 mil, is it a 2.1?
I believe so. I got to do the math, but
Yeah.
it's about getting there because 90 mil would be a 2.2, doing 90
So
by 86.
this thing's gonna be a 2.1 liter SR20, which is really rad, and it's gonna have that Garrett turbo on it. This car is gonna be really freaking sick. I'm excited
Yeah,
for
I'm
it.
stoked,
So
yeah.
hopefully, well, we're gonna get it going. So we're just gonna. I can't wait to get it done. What about like this stuff? I need to hit.
Trev, what have you been doing? That's what you should have been doing this whole time.
Well, I thought somebody was gonna guide me and say, hey, you need.
We're at Tommy Shop. No guidance here. You get yelled
Oh,
at.
hey, Maddox, can you help me?
I'll show you how to do it.
Okay.
That's our guidance counselor, Maddox.
Yep.
Because he knows what happens if he doesn't do anything. We clean up the oil pan a little bit. What is this? What is this?
Thermostat and thermostat housing.
Should I vapor blast this?
You gotta sandblast it first.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Trevor, just listen.
Somebody's gonna get in trouble, and it's gonna be you. Yeah.
Nobody's getting in trouble, Trevor.
Yeah.
See how it goes away, Trevor?
You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who you're talking to.
Trevor, you see?
You know what I could do? I could get in my truck and I'm out.
And guess who's not finishing their car? You. Charlie's been sitting on his ass all day.
We've been doing plenty of other things.
You see how it gets clean?
Oh, no, so here's the thing. The more air helps it out. Because it wasn't taken off the RTV. So I get it, I understand now. All right, so I got everything done in the sandblaster in there. Now we're moving over here to the vapor home. So this uses water to do stuff. It sprays up water that has a little bit of this abrasive material in it. It's really, really light, but it makes stuff look kind of brand new. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this stuff with it. That stuff should be good after we wash it really good. So I'm gonna start with that. All right, can you see that?
Yeah. Ooh, you can see it. Your phone's nice. I need to upgrade.
This is nice. Look at this. We'll just try to do it right here in front of everybody.
And then... All right, show it off. Show it off. Shut the thing off, Trevor.
It won't turn off.
Shut it off.
It's off. I didn't touch it. I'm off it. Give it a minute.
There you go. Trevor, you look funny.
Well, this is like a weird...
Oh, that's me. You're done.
I'm done?
Yeah, dude.
I need to rip on the oil pan just a little bit more. And then we're going to be good to go. All right, so intake manifold is coming off here. We got to change this purple, right?
Yeah, did you show him the valve cover?
The valve cover, it's purple.
Show him it.
They already know about it. It's purple. So we got to pull this thing off. We got to get it cleaned up, pull this thing off, get it cleaned up. So they have a full powder coating here in-house, but nobody's used it or set up the gun yet. And I've never powder coated before, but...
Somebody knows how to powder coat everything. They powder coated the inside.
They powder coat, and then they took the baffle. So we might be switching to a different valve cover, something like that. But this is going to get cleaned up, and we're going to figure out how it's doing. That's what we're going to do. Yep.
Trev, what do you think of my rock, paper, scissors trick?
It was fine.
Was I wrong?
What?
Did it work?
It worked on somebody else, not me. All right, so this is coming apart, and then I think we're just going to sandblast it to get this stuff off. All right, so the engine is coming together really good. JP got the upper oil pan, lower oil pan, front cover, front main. Did you guys do new front main too?
We did, yeah.
All right,
So
you guys
yeah.
are the best.
Yeah, we got plenty of them in stock. So.
Got this fella in there. We got that one in there. Timing chain and everything. So you do front cover, all this stuff, and then you do the timing after. You hold this up as the head goes on.
Right.
Right there, that's gonna be you. You do that, hold it right here. I'll hold this thing.
I have a question.
Right, yeah.
Did you vapor blast this stuff?
Yeah.
Not the front cover.
Not
You didn't vapor blast it? You vapor blast it?
I did, but
Doesn't fucking look like it.
damn.
This thing looks
Quality
good,
control
Trevor.
Maddox.
This looks really good, Trevor.
It's not.
It'd be a shame if I sabotaged Trevor because he's been talking shit today. It's time to put Trevor's new head on, guys. We're gonna make this real nice, Trevor. We're gonna set it down real nice, Trevor. What kind of head gasket do you got?
Osworth.
Ooh, is that fancy, JP? Sounds fancy.
It's an HKS maybe.
Fancy.
HKS head gasket. And we got a forged block, 88 mil pistons. Trevor's gonna make some jam. Whoever gets this car, please know how to drive one because you're gonna fucking crash if you don't. HKS part number 2301RN039. No 4 in that, I'm kind of pissed. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna open this bad bitch from the left first.
You're not supposed to cuss in the Motion Auto video.
I run the show now, we cuss. Open it from the right, open it from the back, open it from the front. JP, take this, I'm gonna fuck it up.
Flip it up.
Like a pizza.
Don't touch it with your fingers, man.
Don't touch it with my fingers?
Yeah, you're gonna corrode it.
How do I touch it?
You're gonna get corrosion on it.
Where do I touch
oils.
it?
I don't know. Figure it out, bro.
Get out of there.
We only got a little bit of time.
You touched it with your fingers.
It's fine, he's just fucking with me. Slip that through there,
Right.
slide it down all nice like.
Get it on that hole. Nice, nice.
Trev, your motor has just been blessed. Once again, if you don't know how to drive the car, take the cash prize because this motherfucker's gonna shred. JP's running the show. What are we doing, Trev? And boom, just like that, guys, you have a brand new head on your engine. Shout out to JPS14.
Shout out to Maddox for helping them hold in the chain.
444 Maddox on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out my new video. I just posted it.
I'll put that over there. And then we just,
I got it.
You got it.
I wanted to bestow this upon you.
Ooh. I like that. It's beautiful. Tom, thanks. Thank you for this.
You're welcome, guy.
Oh.
You're also welcome for all the...
Can you carry it?
I'll just hit it on everything on the way out.
All right, so it's been a couple day delay since the last time we got a little update. So we went to the Grid Life event. I ended up driving this thing home. Tommy had this, his 33, his 34 there, these two 34s there. It's been a little hectic this weekend, but now it is Monday. It's time to get back to work. I think we're gonna move some stuff, move the dyno and everything back over there, so where there's a little bit more here. But me and Tommy were cruising around, finding a lot of parts around the shop yesterday, and we came over to the car and started looking at it. So here's the brake calipers that I kind of cleaned up and I was getting ready to paint. And it turns out these are the wrong ones. These are actually, I think, GTR or something else. Because I was literally getting ready to paint him yesterday. He walked over, looked at him, and was like, yeah, I think those are the wrong ones. So we stuck them on here and they just stuck out a little bit too far. The pad clearance wasn't working. So we went and cruised around, found this other set of calipers. So I need to get these cleaned up and ready to get painted or put on there today. Also, I need to figure out a valve cover and all the other stuff. Today is hopefully the day that the engine is gonna go in. So I'm gonna work on getting these cleaned up for now, get the subframe out of here, and then we should be able to stick the engine and stuff on it and work through some of it. Wow, look at that guy right there.
Why is my caretaker taking videos?
Hey, how's that challenge? I just throw you in the back with the forklift, you know? Who unloaded the trailer today? It wasn't me. Yeah, you don't need help. Is this the first time you've done this? Been on the crutches?
No.
You've done it before.
6 times.
I'd put your ass down first and then give it this.
I know what I'm doing.
How to.
Ah.
Nice. You're good to go.
Here's your thumbnail, Trevor.
All right, so we are heading into the prep booth right here, and we are going to not clean it up, just get rid of, delete the Barney purple looking valve covers out of this car and the intake manifold. I never really liked it. It was just on there, and I just was excited to get this thing in the engine bay of my car. I'm gonna Scotch-Brite it. This is actually powder coated, but I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it with some paint, just because I know how to paint. Paint is easy for me. There's a whole paint thing here. There's a paint mixing booth. Initially we're gonna do powder coat and do some other stuff, but just a little bit more of a process. I tried to sandblast the bottom of the intake manifold the other night. You can see how far I got. It just took a long time, and then I feel like the prep to do the powder coating, I'm not a powder coating guy. For some people, they'd be like, oh, just powder coat it. To me, like, I'll scuff it and paint it with, I think we're gonna go gloss black on here, and then we're gonna do possibly red on the intake manifold. So I'll throw you guys up on a time lapse, and we're gonna get this thing fixed. I wonder if this is for the 180. I think it is. I think this goes for it too. So I'm glad we might have just found some parts. All right, it's the next day. So last night we got everything painted. Ended up using a single stage paint because it was kind of what was here and available. But check these out. So we actually went ahead and put them in this oven right here. So this is the powder coating oven. So we went ahead and set it to 140 degrees, and we're just gonna let it bake for a little bit. It should be good after that. So my valve cover actually never had any baffles in it. So went ahead and drilled or grinded the flat spots for the rivet, because they're technically riveted in there from the factory. We went to the hardware store this morning and we have these bolts right here. We got a new tap and a new drill bit. This is what is in the RB26s. So we're gonna go ahead and basically duplicate that. And I got baffles out of another valve cover. So we're gonna go ahead and just take this guy right here, a little center punch, and then we're gonna drill it. And hopefully it turns out all right. Just got all the holes drilled out. Those right there. Got the little tap right here. All right, so this right here is what we are going for. You can see I have a little Allen head down there in the corner, another little Allen, and then all of this stuff has been drilled and tapped. So just making sure all the holes line up. Maybe I need to mess with that one a little bit, but should be fine. Everything looks good. And then obviously need to clean up all this RT in here, get all that stuff out of there, get it cleaned up, and then put some new down, Loctite all these bolts after this thing is all painted. All right, so valve cover is painted. Everything's looking good. We throw it in the little oven thing, bake it just so it kind of cures a little bit more. And then we'll start trying to sand off some of these letters and make it look a little different. All right, so valve cover and everything is baking in here, along with all of the everything else. Baking valve cover, all that stuff. So now we move on to one of my favorite things here at the shop, one of my favorite tools, which is this dry blaster right here. So Tommy just got some ice today, and so they have this giant, huge air compressor. You could hear that buzzing that's going on in the back. This is one of the biggest things about trying to use one of these. Is look at that, big old Kaiser air compressor, big air system, and a big air dryer. So I think it's almost like it's about 20 to 30 grand to get a big system like that in order to be able to run a dry blaster this big. You could run a smaller one of these. They were doing like fender liners and stuff like that, basically making those look like new. But I have the transmission that we're getting ready to put in the 240, and it looks okay. It's not terrible, but I definitely want to clean up with the dry blaster just because we're here, and I want to use it.
Are we recording?
Hold on. All right, so this transmission turned out really good. You can see, look at that, just around all this stuff, cleaned it up real nice. So then I'm actually buying this transmission. This is an RB25 big box transmission that is gonna go in our GTST back in Colorado. So I'm gonna go ahead, dry blast it because we're already here. So there the two transmissions are. SR transmission turned out really good. I mean, doesn't look brand new, but it's just crazy looking at like that zinc, which kind of looked a little dingy, a little dirty, a little old, and then just even being able to get in all these cracks and pretty much just get everything off it. This transmission was in pretty good shape as well, not too bad, but definitely you could just tell it just cleans it, and it takes it from like a 6 out of 10 to like an 8-ish, maybe not even an 8, but let's say it's a 3. You could bring it to like a 5 or a 6 real quick. So all right, so went ahead and blasted some of the accessories as well. You can see alternator turned out really, really nice. Same thing with the power steering pump, the brackets, throttle body, and then this little idle air control motor right there, which this thing was in black spray paint and it didn't look good at all. So got all that stuff blasted. Other expensive thing about the dry ice is actually the ice. So this is 500 pounds of it right here, and it gases off like 95% of it within 2 weeks if you just let it sit there. So the more you use, basically as soon as you get the ice, you got to use it soon. Yeah, interesting. It's about 500 bucks for 500 pounds. And I think you could do like a whole bottom of a car with that, maybe a little bit less. Pretty cool. I'd really like to get into some dry ice blasting stuff myself, but as of right now, I'm gonna go over to the machine shop. Everything is pretty much done with the SR. We just need to assemble some accessories on it. Then we should be able to put it over here on the subframe and actually stick it in the car now that everything is painted, brake calipers, everything. I'd like to get this thing in by the end of the day, so we'll see how far we get. So getting ready to put some accessories on the front of the SR20. JP's over there messing with a cylinder head. Andrew from Motive from Australia is here, and they're filming some cool stuff with a 26 head, right?
Right.
Machining.
But you're filming some cool stuff with SR20s.
My stuff is
just
way better.
Inches away.
Inches away. So S13 water pump, S14 water pump. This SR is an S13 SR, and it had an S14 water pump on it, and there's some differences. Some key differences.
So this is more in the block and this is more external, right? That's the issue. I mean, I would think in essence it would still work the same, but I could see it, especially if you're low on coolant, this being a problem. Yeah, if you were perfectly bled and everything was good, I would argue that this would just fill with coolant and you'd be okay.
It would still work, and it still did work. Like the car didn't really overheat or do anything weird.
Well, why fuck around?
This actually goes deeper into the block, and I feel like gets, you know, kind of the right sort of seal. So it's actually going to
So go over there, we got
water.
S14 blocks right there.
I'll grab that pump.
I'll grab it, Trev.
Oh yeah, so S14, way shorter.
S14, not as deep, so this chills out here. S13, hella deep, so that penetrates it, and you're good.
Sense.
But I still think if you had the perfect amount of coolant, this would work fine on that. It would just add more capacity.
I would say it's going to be slightly more inefficient. Well, imagine.
No, it's a vacuum.
No,
it uses pressure.
I consider this like a turbine housing on an exhaust. Like this is like that's a 1.28 AR. This is a 0.83. You know.
I don't know because of vacuum. So I feel like this just adds a little capacity. I could see what you're saying, and I could see in theory it working, but I would think if they were both full, bled perfectly, you would see no negatives from either, but you got this, so, you know, use it. And it's new, and God, why would you put a used water pump on an engine, right?
Yeah.
We're not stupid idiots, are we?
No.
We wouldn't put a used water pump on an engine because we're not stupid idiots. That's all. Here you go.
I don't know if he's thinking that I was gonna put a used water pump on here or not, but we're putting a new one on.
We're not stupid idiots, though.
Look at that valve cover, though. That's pretty good.
Killed it on this valve cover. Looks like something I'd do. You know? Yeah. Color match valve cover is that new wave.
And it's your paint.
It's almost like it's the same paint that's on the car. Is it leftover paint from the car?
It's leftover paint from the car.
We had just enough?
There was a gallon of it, and I was rifling through the paint cabinet.
Was there a whole gallon left?
No, there was that much in the bottom of a gallon, but I was rifling through the paint cabinet looking for stuff, found the red for it. I said, we're painting the valve cover.
It goes hard. The color match, that's my favorite thing to do.
It's gonna look nice.
I like that you did this too, and you did it real nice.
Yeah, thank you.
It's almost like you know how to sand. It's almost like you've sanded like too much shit on your YouTube channel.
Like
primer, Supras, whatever.
All that. Well, water pump's going on, and then other things are gonna go on. All right, JP's helped me install the cast. What are the common issues that people have when they install these things?
So common issues, just misjudging where to put the cast dot. A lot of people just don't realize that you have to put it in the first one, and then when you shove it into the hex, it actually falls into the correct one. So that'll throw your timing right off the bat. So we're gonna put it on the first one. Usually it's colored yellow, but this one's old, so
there's two dots.
Right.
And then as it rotates because it's a twisty gear.
Right, and it'll fall into the second one. So
freaking Nissan.
Just like that. Yeah. And now the second one is lined up with that little arrow. See that? So.
Yep, I see it down there. All right, so we're good to go. And then now is the cherry on top. We gotta put this fella on there. All right, so Maddox came down, visited with me for a little bit, and he's already
Guys, to all of Trevor's supporters, subscribers, I'm trying to help him and he's not helping himself. So can we?
That guy wrecked my scooter. Okay, so we're working on the SR over here. Crank pulley is on, water pump is on, this fella's on, oil filter is on.
Trav, if you need anything, call me. I might come down.
Yep, he's broken. So I was assembling the intake manifold, and as you can tell, there's something just a little bit off. So it doesn't look good with this as well as this pulley. So this is the pulley in the front. What?
You just missed a legendary clip of me fucking crushing into the darkness. I don't know how you just missed that. Are you a YouTuber or? I'll get. Hey Trav, if you need anything, call me. I might come down.
Yeah, hey, don't trip. Don't trip. That's good content right there. So we have some colors going on right here that clash. Can't really do much with this thing. You know, you don't want to get sand or sandblasted in that, so I dry blasted that earlier. I would like to strip this purple off of this rail because that's not looking that good. I need to dry blast this to clean that up a little bit. I need to take this anodizing off of there because that doesn't look good. And then I want to sandblast this thing and make that look a lot better. And then we're gonna hit that with possibly Cerakote. We might be out of time and I might just have to hit it with some high heat black. But the goal is to have this thing looking and almost ready to go in tonight, which that was my goal today. And that's been my goal for every day since I've been here. And we're still working towards it. All right, so last night I pulled off this rail. It just looked kind of bad, so we went ahead and sandblasted it, vapor blasted it. Same thing with that front crank pulley because that was just the wrong, just completely wrong. We have this thing, I got some paint on it, got the brackets on there, and it's working through a couple other little things, trying to find some valve cover hardware, and then JP actually pulled out this injector cleaner tester. So
right.
You guys have had this thing kicking around the shop, never used it.
Right, I thought it was broken because it looked very dusty, so it's actually brand new.
Today, these injectors have been in my 510 for probably 10 years now, at least 10 years, with the 85 sitting in them, and we were kind of looking at them, and you could see how the tip, it looks like a little chalky right there. So we said, this is the perfect opportunity to pull this out and give it a test. So we'll basically just flow through them, see if they're clean. But yeah, everything's looking good. As soon as we have the injectors back, we'll be able to put this in, and then I'm gonna stick this on the little engine stand and stick it up in the car. All right, here we go, first test. Well, first power on.
Are we on?
Ooh, fancy.
Should I just hit start?
Sure. Oh, look, you can adjust the fuel pressure. That's cool. That one was a little bit lower, but also, I don't know, pressurizing the rail, all the other stuff.
We could restart it.
I'd say let's get rid of the rip. I need to get one of these. It just makes so much sense.
Absolutely, dude.
Like fighting issues, and then even like we didn't do this, and then I started it, and it was having a weird issue. It'd be like, well, they've had E85 in them for 10 years, you know?
God forbid one of the injectors could get clogged and then melt the brand new engine, so.
All right. Those are all pretty even. That one's maybe a smidge more, but I don't think this is like a super accurate test, but it shows you if you're really in the ballpark.
Right.
And one's like way out of whack.
Yeah, you should definitely be able to see if you have like a crappy injector, you know, or the spray pattern's off, you know, where you can see it like that. All right, so we figured this thing out. I think the coolest test that we have so far is number 5, which is the accelerating test. So you just hit start on this fella. That's the RPM. That's pretty cool. Yeah, since they've been running in there, everything looks pretty even. And I'd say we should be good to throw these back in there, but it's nice to have that peace of mind just to know that we're not putting in some injectors and start questioning it, especially when this thing was just sitting around, so. Right.
I'm stoked on it. All right, done.
Sick.
Yep, then you just release the, see you later. Yeah, I need one of these.
We out here with Trevion, mounting the SR20 on Subframe. Hey, man, bud. How did you meet Trevion? I see fingerprints already on the manifold. Looks good though, Trev. I'd enter the giveaway. It'd be nice if you were prepared before we did this. Got the Trevi 12s on today. I got the camo full guys on today. Damn. Sebastian, you been doing squats? Boom, just like that, guys. Trevor did a good job.
The engine looks like it's plastic. Doesn't it?
Kind of.
You want to build a plastic engine.
It's like kind of shiny.
It's like too shiny, it looks like fake.
It looks so good, it looks fake. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
We are ready. It's going on, transmission's going on there. You got the ACT clutch on there with a 4-puck disc. We did the bread trick to get it out of there.
Go for bread.
Worked out really good. So the old pilot bushing was just a brass one. We ended up putting a new like Nismo one with like the ball bearings in it, or the needle bearings, I mean. So anyhow, basically just need to put these two things together and then lower it down. So we've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Hello, how is it? Jesus Christ. That was, if only. Nice. Cool.
Oh, dude, this looks so good.
Well, that was silly. We got it on and then we realized that we needed this fella. So Tommy just recently got all this equipment right here to do powder coating and Cerakoting in-house. So what we actually used was this Cerakote right here. So just a black, this is technically an air cure, but we put it in the bake little oven. This stuff should be good up to like 1700 degrees. So we went ahead and did the cast turbo manifold, which that thing was just kind of rusty looking anyhow. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that on now. All right, we got a fresh exhaust manifold gasket as well. All right, what's going on?
Nothing. I'm just gonna drop this car right on your engine. This thing drops fast.
It is fast. All right. All right, keep going slow.
Talk to me, Trav.
You're good. Keep going.
You don't have a shifter boot or anything in there,
All right,
right?
actually stop. Yeah, I do have a shit.
I dare you to not be ready for this.
Everybody always forgets
Dude,
the
that
fucking
fucking
shifter.
rip shit up. You're a shit knob, kinda.
I was about to say, you're pretty dead center anyways. Yellow if you need me to stop.
Hey,
Hey,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting to go home.
All right, so Jamie flew in. She's actually been here 2 days now. The work on the car has just been wild. Like the things that, like just finding parts and looking for things and cleaning stuff and sandblasting. So last night I got the engine pretty much ready to go in. We just got it in about 5 hours ago. We've just been doing some other stuff. Realized that the car didn't have tension rod brackets on it. And so we grabbed a set of fresh powder coated ones off the shelf with all new zinc bolts, some cleaned up tension rods, and just so like that part of the process just takes so long. You know, in a shop that has primarily like GTR parts like R32, 33, 34, and then some S chassis stuff is a little bit hard to find because this is pretty much the only S chassis that's been taken apart here in a while. So finding the stuff was a little tough, but we found it. And yeah, look at that. Tension rods, the whole bottom is on. Tommy had a one-piece drive shaft, so we got the one-piece drive shaft. We got the tranny cross member in, new zinc bolts, you know, just like all the stuff to make it sick. We went ahead and put the wheels back on it, the gram lights, and you can see we got the fresh calipers right behind the wheels. They look freaking good. Really stoked on how that turned out. We actually need to get going. It is Friday at 5 p.m. We were technically supposed to be at the track today for the Legends of Drift event at Englishtown, New Jersey. We're supposed to be there by 7 to load in, but we could also load in tomorrow morning. That's an option as well. So we're gonna load in tomorrow morning. So the goal for this thing right now is to get it off of the lift get it pushed into the trailer. We had my S14 in the shop a little bit ago. Now I got to try to pack all of this stuff in the car or in the trailer to where it doesn't get messed up. We also got some 33 GTR coilovers from Tommy. I've been gathering parts, buying parts from him because he has a bunch of R33 GTR parts that I got because we're planning on building my GTR when we get back. So, right? Right. So, off the lift and in the trailer she goes, I guess. What the fuck? God damn it.